Go in there looking for the knockout. I go looking for the win. But if he get out of line, he's gonna be the next one down.
I've been getting that line my whole life, so shit, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Shit, I'm about to take my belt off then.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'ma do it.
Errol?
You don't need more than the belt. I don't know what you talking about. I ain't one of your kids.
5 years in the making. This was supposed to be our Leonard and Hearns. I picked Terence Crawford to win and stop Spence in 8 or 9 rounds. But I thought it'd be a competitive 7, 8, or 9 rounds. Like most people, rather you pick Spence or Crawford, nobody pictured the fight being as brutal as it was. A one-sided whooping by Bud Crawford. And it's clear to any boxing fan out there that's not emotionally attached to a boxer that Spence didn't want the smoke again. And part of the reason why the rematch didn't happen is because no one would buy it, because it's so lopsided. Even Spence fans did not believe, deep down inside, they did not believe that Errol Spence can win the rematch. Hell, I don't even think Errol Spence think he could win the rematch, because that's when he came up with all these ailments. Oh, my cataracts are acting up. I gotta get my gallbladder removed. Oh, my appendix is hurting. All these excuses came up. Not to mention, Al Heyman probably got his ear this time around. And Spence wasn't even Terence Crawford's toughest fight at 147. Mean Machine gave Terence Crawford a better fight. He was more competitive than Errol Spence. Sean Porter, who was competitive with everybody, gave Terence Crawford a good fight. And some people, till this day, think Sean Porter got robbed or he beat Errol Spence in their contest. And we can't use the Errol Spence accident as an excuse for the Sean Porter fight, because this was before Errol Spence was in the accident.
This is a 50-50 fight down the line. It's split even. Israel Madrimov, he's little Triple G. I came on this show. I'm consistent. I said he might be the best in the division, other than Bud. I said that not too long ago, and I fully believe it. He's little Triple G, comes out that Bivol camp, and the way they train is just, it's different.
I don't know if the fight's 50-50, but I do agree with the caller. I think the Madrimov fight for Terence Crawford is more dangerous than the Zoo fight. And Madrimov's only had 11 fights, but like the caller said, he could be the best at 154. And the same people who did not believe that is the same people that thought Mean Machine was a can. Meanwhile, the only losses Mean Machine had is against Terence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz, which he battled in both those fights. These casual fans or the PBC fans believe if you do not have a household name that you cannot fight. If you're not known from the casual public, you can't fight. You're not a good fighter. They're clowning Madrimov because he has 11 fights. Meanwhile, David Morrell has 10 fights. The only difference is Madrimov is a champion. And I think Madrimov will give Terence Crawford his toughest test up to date. I think it's a way more competitive fight than Errol Spence. Or if it's not, he can't do any worse than Errol Spence, can he? Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasley, I'm gone.